Honorable delegates, chairs, advisors, and most esteemed guests, my name is Bethany Huang, a senior attending Seoul Scholars International, and it is my utmost honor to serve as your Secretary General for the first Scholars Annual Conference. We started planning this conference rather immaturely, only having a brief sense of what our most ideal conference would look like. As time progressed, I worked alongside my trusted friends and fellow secretary members, Jian Kim and Soo-young Seo, to devise this conference like an architect constructing a building. Honorable delegates, chairs, advisors, and most esteemed guests, my name is Bethany Huang, a senior attending Seoul Scholars International, and it is my utmost honor to serve as your Secretary General for the first Scholars Annual Conference. We started planning this conference rather immaturely, only having a brief sense of what our most ideal conference would look like. As time progressed, I worked alongside my trusted friends and fellow secretary members, Jian Kim and Soo-young Seo, to devise this conference like an architect constructing a building. I'm standing here now delivering a speech on the very first day of the very first annual session of S1. I can only say that this experience has been truly surreal up to this point. I cannot wait to see how this conference betters each and every one of you, as that is the ultimate goal of the conference. After countless sleepless nights, our state of mind and resolutions would all differ, but decisions were made to have our very first conference under one theme nonetheless. From this theme, thoughts and novel ideas bounced off of each other, making us contemplate where this theme could lead everyone towards. Unity in adversity. Only a short amount of time into this new decade, and the world has stayed neither quiet nor peaceful ever since. Though the world may seem unsteady and the society may seem fragmented as ever, it is under such chaos when we find deep and genuine connections with one another. It is under such unprecedented circumstances where we must put our utmost effort into creating true bonds, for nothing will isolate such strong connections. In times of deep crisis, the only way throughout is through shared sacrifice. All that we touch, we change, and all that we change in turn changes us. All we encounter and touch changes, so we must touch with intent. We must treat every moment gently with the hope to enact positive change and move through life consciously to appreciate the change we cannot see. So you might as well change for the better. It matters not what your purpose was coming into this conference. It matters not what the presence of this conference means to you. Rather, it is what you do in the given 2 days of this conference that matters. Your actions matter, not only in this conference, but society in general. It is my wish that this conference broadens your perspective, even if it's a little small change. And to provide all participants a chance to better themselves through this conference is truly an incredible experience, but it never would have been possible without everyone helping us along the way. I would like to use this time to thank those who guided me through this journey of organizing the event. First, I would like to thank Jian Kim and Soo-young Seo, my fellow secretary members, for cooperating with me. I would also like to take time to thank Matthew An from Gyeonggi-Suwon International School for supporting this conference in all forms. I wholeheartedly believe that this conference would not have been completed nor polished without his help. I would like to thank Mr. Paul Yoon, our former advisor, for doing everything he could to support this conference before he left. Without his approval and his unwavering interest, this conference never would have been brought to life. And last but certainly not least, I would like to thank all participants for your interest and dedication to this conference. This conference exists for you. So use your time and knowledge wisely here. Affect others in the best way possible. As the Secretary General of this conference, I will make sure to manage that this conference is welcoming for everyone who decides to participate. This is my promise as the Secretary General of this conference to all participants. Not only the Secretariat team, but all participants must learn, ask questions, ponder on global issues, and most importantly, listen. It is the only way we can truly be worthy of our shared heritage. It is my hope that all participants gain a new perspective to perceive the world through interactive debate. Thank you, and I hope you all have a memorable and worthwhile time here at S1.
Honorable Chair,
아니, 괜찮아.
Honorable Chair, delegates, most esteemed guests, I am Soo-young Seo, your Deputy Secretary General, pleased to serve you in our first Scholars Model UN Conference at Seoul Scholars International. I want to start off by saying welcome to all of you invited conference would not be possible without your support and participation, and we are very grateful for it. The theme of SMUN1, Unity in Adversity, gives clear guidance for the conference. Our stance here is to achieve some unity through fruitful debates and discussions about current issues. Most of the time, if not all, adversity has set us apart instead of bringing us together. While adversity has created chaos and by mediating and discussing key problems and solutions between countries, it can actually open up an opportunity for unity in order to be reached. As the Deputy Secretary General of SMUN, I hope you will enjoy and make a lot of great memories and experiences from the conference. Also, please contribute to the discussions respectfully with cooperative attitude while doing teamwork, and don't be afraid to let yourself out there. We expect a lot of participation from everyone. Last but not least, I look forward to this conference and I wish everyone the best of luck. Again, thank you for your participation. I hope you can broaden your scope in our fruitful debates and enjoy the process, finding yourself growing, making progress in our scholars model UN. Thank you.
Honorable chairs, esteemed delegates, most distinguished guests, advisors, and administrative staff. My name is Jin Kim, a senior at Seoul Scholars International, and it is my absolute privilege to serve as your Director General and welcome you to the first Scholars Model United Nations Conference. I am full of excitement to have this opportunity to inspire fellow students in dealing with global issues. While having been situated in desperate plights of our status quo for around 2 years, our society seems to split instead of cooperating to take action on impending issues. Due to this unprecedented time and unpredictable events, in which the COVID-19 pandemic virtually dominates our society, people often go through internal conflicts if they should prioritize themselves or the entire society. Unfortunately, oftentimes, people make an error in their decision. People fail to see the forest for the trees, merely thinking of themselves. However, as an insightful and futuristic member of society, I hope all of you show your potential to achieve harmony for the world, considering this conference as a cornerstone to becoming a forerunner to correct misjudgments and collaborate with others. We strongly believe in your abilities to make a change and for your voice to make a lasting impact on the world. Please do not hesitate to challenge yourself in this conference to become a privileged global citizen who entails social responsibility. Serving at the very first SMO conference, I found that all Secretariat members, including myself, will put the utmost effort to cultivate meaningful and unforgettable experiences and memories at SMO1. Last but not least, I would like to thank my fellow Secretariat team for organizing this event as a whole and letting me be part of it. Thank you everyone for taking a courageous step towards unity, and I look forward to everyone accomplishing this goal at this conference. Thank you.
Good morning, delegates. Welcome to the first Scholars Model UN Conference, and thank you for asking me to say a few words. As you are all no doubt well aware of the unique problems that face the world today, as the pandemic continues to affect our daily lives, the people of the world find themselves at odds with one another, and divisions amongst nations and peoples have created seemingly irreparable rifts. At the same time, issues that have been ever present, such as gender inequality and human rights, have been put on the back burner. We are currently more connected than ever before with the prevalence of social media, and yet this raises its own issues, ethical and practical, while further dividing us as fringe groups utilize these platforms to spread misinformation and hate. However, your participation in this conference gives hope to the future as you tackle these issues in a mature manner. Your efforts to discuss these problems will give you insight into policy making and help you to develop more critical thinking while also developing your empathy for all people. The theme of this conference, Unity in Adversity, is quite apropos. Greek storyteller Aesop once said, "United we stand, divided we fall." In times of adversity, we must work together to overcome all obstacles and make our future brighter. You are doing so, and should be proud of your efforts. All seriousness aside though, I hope you all enjoy your experiences during this conference. Good luck, and once again, thank you for asking me to do this.
Greetings, honorable delegates, distinguished guests, and esteemed staff members. My name is Heejin Kang, and it is of my utmost joy to welcome you to SMUN the First. The year was 2019 when I first hosted the MUN conference here at SSI, so I would say I am more than proud to address how much the current leadership and its team advanced the quality, diversity, and unity of the conference. Inviting you to SMUN the First, we ask you to spare the time from your daily lives to ponder upon the pending yet unresolved matters at hand, which are only aggravating with the global pandemic shattering the world into pieces. Throughout the pandemic, every country has been forced to unmask how they have been complacently settled for the seeming peace. They'll turn out to be the calm before the storm. And now it has become the time for us to confront our vulnerability and apathy with what Peter Singer accentuates as effective altruism. According to his words, effective altruism and living a fully ethical life is about doing as much as you can for the good. Give more and give more effectively. Give your help and energy to those who desperately need them. Resolve your inner conflict of self-interest and ethics, and take progressive action for the better. Whether your passion is global health and poverty, gender equality, animal rights, universal education, and so on, this is your chance to bring your actions and your passions. Realize what effective altruism truly means, and instill a sense of solidarity into the fragmented world. How to glue the pieces into our coming years is for you to discuss and negotiate here today. It is time for you to proudly take upon your responsibility and make your time meaningful. I hope, and we hope, you can learn and flourish from your moments here at SMUN the First, where we pursue unity in adversity.